Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 13th episode of Hacking Success. I'm your host today. My name is Enes, and I will be the only person on this episode. In the last two episodes, I had a guest as well. So if you like those kinds of conversations, you can absolutely just jump right into them. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to my channel. On Spotify, go to previous episodes. You will love them maybe a lot more than this episode because I'll be the only one talking to myself alone in a room. So this is not my room actually. This is my cousin's room. It's absolutely lovely, a good place to take a episode. So this episode's subject is a lot more. I don't think I can talk about it for a ton of minutes. So that's why I picked it. I don't want to talk for it for a whole hour or 2 hours actually. The last episode that I did by myself was 2 hours, so I don't want to do that. So the subject is, maybe you can guess it from the title. The title is here, I guess, yeah. It will be about human psychology. So human psychology is, psychology in and of itself, it's so different, so interesting, so deep to dive in it, I would say. So I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, I don't have any kind of degree about it, but I just search and I will talk about my own experiences that I have in my life. So in the last episode that I did by myself, in which was in Turkish, I told everyone that ask yourself the right questions every time. What do you mean about that? So asking about the right questions is so fundamental that it will change everything about your life. Everything will change. Let's say the question you ask about any situation will change your perspective instantly. Let's say you see a rich guy. One person might say, "Oh, he's rich. He maybe save up his money. He's that." And maybe you would ask, why? Why he is rich? That's a good question. Or how he is rich, or what is he rich about? What does he do? And the right question is probably how in that question, maybe. So as you know, the podcast name is Hacking Success, so I'll be talking about how to ask the right questions about some people's success. I think the right question is how. How are they so successful that they take the money that you could have had? You could have had your mother, your dad, your grandparents might have had that in their bank accounts. But that rich dude did something different. And that's why that guy has the money that in which you cannot have. It's that level of competition I always have in my mind. Like, you need to think in always where you spend your money, where you give your money to. Because where you give money to is simply convincing you to make that exchange. Nowadays, you think about your job being, oh yeah, I do this, I take money. It's the same thing for every fucking thing you spend your money on. It's just a simple exchange. You work every day and you get your money. And those people at that, coffee shop, Amazon, some kind of website maybe, some kind of subscription. It's the same thing. There's an exchange. You think about it. Why do I spend my money on it? Maybe that's the right question as well, I think. So the right question I said about, I said I want to talk about human psychology, but I'm talking about some people's success, how you can measure it, how you can ask the right questions about it. When you see, like, especially with social media, those things are like you see every time some dude in a yacht, having the most beautiful girls ever, or maybe having the most religious life, it doesn't matter. But when you think about it, like, that money that he's spending maybe daily is the money that you can make in a year maybe. And when you see that, you say, oh yeah, I don't want to be that guy. Maybe he's desperate. Look at him, he's just showing off. And like, maybe he is, but you are not asking the right question that will move you further in life. because you don't want to. It's hard to move further yourself in life. What is that question? The question is, how? How is that dude make that kind of a money? That I can just save up every single cent or like every single bit of my money and I will be just able to buy it. I don't know, some kind of thing, a car maybe. And when you think like that, you realize that there is a path. There is a path that you maybe have to go in order to be that kind of a person. And it's most usually not the go to university, have a job path. Mostly. It's sad, but it's true. I'm not saying that you should quit your university. I'm not saying that. I'm still in my university as well. I'm not quitting. But that path should not be your plan A, is what I'm saying. So here's the thing. When I say ask the right questions, it's not all about the outside world as well. Ask the right questions about yourself too. As I said, maybe you know that your path would not lead to such a great life at the end of the university. So why are you in university? The most basic, easy, out of the way question would be, just to make some money in the end. So you're saying to me that your education of 12 years was not enough and you're going to another education in which you'll probably spend a lot of money on. Like your parents will spend a lot of money, maybe not your money, but your parents will spend a lot of money for 4 years or maybe 3 or 2 or maybe even 6 years. And then you might have a job. You might. And then you will work your ass off to make some kind of money to have a little bit of a living. Then you need to pay your rent. Your rent is due. You cannot leave your job because of the rent. You need to have a living, and then you meet some girl, and then you become married. You marry her, and then you have children, and that, and this, and that. You're 60 now. Your whole life just vanished, and at that time you will think that shit. I did nothing. I lived just the most average life I could have ever think of. Maybe. So the right question is, why are you studying university? Or another question, what is a university all about? Why is this educational system is funded so much by the government? What does the government get after all of the education of a person is done? Because you see from your classroom maybe 50% of them are not even working that much. They're just some lazy piece of shits, I would say. Maybe you see that and you think, oh, the government is spending that much money on education for these people? And yeah, these people will end up being educated, sort of. And then they will go on about their life. Maybe they will even have a more happier life than you, in which happiness should not be a criteria for your life. Because if happiness is a criteria for your life, you will end up being miserable. So don't think about that. Yeah, these are the questions that you should ask about on the way of your successes. But these are the easy things. These are the easy questions to ask, easy questions to answer. Even ChatGPT can answer these questions. Like, give me a 10 things about why university is a thing. I don't know. Maybe you should ask about what is a fiat currency. Maybe you should learn more about that. Have you ever searched about that? Like, you're saying that I'm gonna go to university, but you don't even know when was money made. Like, what is money all about? Am I making money or taking money? These kinds of simple terms. Maybe some people don't know it. These are the questions that you should ask, but these are the questions of some materialistic shit. These are not important. These can be answered by a fucking machine. So if you don't want to be replaced by one, you need to ask these questions to yourself. Why am I doing the things I do daily in my life? Why? Why are you getting up? Do you have a goal? A reason? Some kind of a passion maybe? Oh, I just have a hobby. What do you say to a person that you just met about yourself? Hi, my name is Enes. And what is the next thing you say? Some people will go on. And I don't like those kind of people, but yeah, some people will go on and, hi, I don't know, Maddie. Hi, my name is Maddie. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm a vegan. What the, this is your personality? So your personality, and like the first thing you say to me that will direct like who you are as a person to me is that you don't eat meat? Like, should I be like, oh, thank you for your contribution to not eating animals? To like animal slaughtering? I don't know. Should I say that? Maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I should say that. But no one should be in that position. What do you say to the person that you just met? I say that I'm a fucking entrepreneur. There's a difference, right? I say what I do. Maybe you will say that I work in a corporate job. That's good as well. That's not a bad thing. But what you say first is the decisions that you made throughout your whole life. You know, you're maybe 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. The decisions I made in my life directed me to this path. And now I'm right here recording an episode. Because all of the decisions I had, it's all about how I think. You need to know how you think in order to control it. I know why I make the decisions I make. It's because maybe some family situations happened when I was 6 years old. And then my mom said something to me. And now when I make a decision, I think in a way that 6-year-old me would think. Do you know why you make some decisions? Do you know why? Do you know maybe sometimes you don't feel like you deserve shit? Have you ever thought of that? A lot of people think that they don't deserve shit, like they're worthless, I don't know. And the whole world is owed to them. I don't know, there's some kind of, what was that? They think that they're a victim all the time. Maybe you have that kind of mentality. And have you ever thought of why you have that kind of a thought in your head? Maybe because of a past thing. Have you ever searched for it? Have you ever tried to go that back? I'm just giving you advices. You know that a lot of people in our generation has some kind of a mental problem, which is, I'm not saying that it's bad. I think it's a good thing. I think these mental problems, and I'm not saying that to a level of in which you will say it's a disease. I'm not talking about those. These are the different category. I'm talking about, yeah, my mother said this to me when I was 2 years old and now I'm depressed. Maybe. I'm talking about those kind of situations. Have you ever tried to go back? Try to fix it? Try to understand why you make some decisions in your life? Why did you go to university at the first place? Have you ever thought of that? Because, let me tell you, because it is socially acceptable. It's basic human knowledge. Throughout the whole humanity's history, everyone wanted to be together in a group strong. That was it. More people, more strong people, more strong people, more strong group. Like just a like primal state kind of mindset, you know. More people, more strength. That easy. In today's world, it's not that. But you want to be socially acceptable. So what you do? The first thing you do is, so I did my education and I can continue on. Or I can go the hard way. But my parents doesn't want me to go the hard way. And everyone around me will think that I'm a maniac. Everyone. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Everyone will tell me that it's not going to work and I will be working my ass off for, I don't know, 3 to 4 years alone by myself. I cannot take it. It's so hard. And you just quit. Graveyards are not, I'm thinking about this a lot. Graveyards are not for people, I think. Graveyards are for people's thought that they did not take action on. They did not take action on. You have probably tens of thousands of things in your life that you do not do because of what everyone would think. It's the reality. You will think that they will not talk to you anymore and you just don't do it. But you want it inside. That's who you are, but you don't do it. Does that make sense? In the end, it affects only you. It will not affect them. Whatever they do, in the end, if you do what you want, let them. That's the best thing I can give an advice on. Let them do whatever they want. Let them. Why are you trying to take accountability of some other person's thoughts and actions? I could not give a single fuck. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you think. It doesn't matter. It's your life. I did not live your life. I did not grow in the same households. Even if I did, I'm a different person. I have a different fingerprints, different face, different life, totally different parents. I don't know your life. And you might say that, oh, you don't know my life, so your advices are shit. I'm giving advices to some kind of people. Maybe it's not suitable for you, but it will be suitable for another person. So take what you want, okay? Take the things that you think in the end will make you a lot more powerful. That's basically it. Like, that's why you ask the right questions. If you see a millionaire and say, yeah, probably he does some kind of illegal businesses, like, money laundering. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, that guy's a badass. That's not the way you should respond to that. You need to ask, how? How does he have that much money and shit? And like, how can he spend 3,000 euros on just a fucking dinner? I make that in a month. You might ask that. That's a valid question. That question will make you a lot more powerful. That thinking way will lead you to a path that maybe you will solve that question. And when you solve it, you know it. You know how to be that guy. Maybe in the end. I don't know. But that's why you ask the right questions. So let's go back to human psychology. So as I said, why you act in such a way is totally correlated with what happened throughout your life. Yes. It's not about your genetics or in which month you were born in, bullshit. Still, if you want to believe it, believe it. I don't care. The month thing, I was born in this month, this day, this hour, this part of the world, this exact location. So I'm a lazy piece of shit. And like I said to him, that's how you wanna define yourself. That's how you limit yourself. Yes. Because that month, the Jupiter and the energies of the planets. Yeah, you're going mad, my friend. I'm sorry. You're going mad. Someone read mine, like my whole, astrology type of shit, and it was all about money. All about money, bro. It was like, yeah, you care about so much money, you talk about money. Every single thing had some kind of, you will make money kind of word in it. I still don't believe it. I know that I'm on that path. Don't get me wrong. And I know maybe me believing it will make me a lot more powerful in the end, but I don't believe that thing. That thing will lead me that way. Because it's a thing that most, I will think, Muslims get wrong with fate. So they say that, my fate is already decided. I talk about it at the 4th episode. Yeah, my fate is already decided, so I will not do shit. Let's say, the month I was born in says, this guy eats a lot of food, okay? And I say to myself, yeah, I eat a lot of food. I can change that, motherfucker. I can change that. It's my decision to eat a lot of food in the end. Yes, I might be a person that likes a lot of food, but in the end, it's how I was coded that way when I was a little boy, maybe. It does not mean that this month that I was born in made that. No reason at all. There is no scientific proof of that. And don't come in with some stupid, idiotic studies. Studies show that you are dumb. I'm sorry. Sorry to say that. My studies show that you are dumb for believing it. These are my studies. It's a study. I know it because I saw it a lot. So for the reasons that you make some decisions, okay. The first thing I said, as an example, university. You want to be socially acceptable, so you go to university. That's basically it. You don't even need to think about it. You don't want to make money. You don't want to take risks. You are just going to take your diploma. That's it. Just a piece of paper. And you will be socially acceptable. Everyone in your family will love you. Because you did this socially acceptable thing. You do not take risks. No need to. That's why I still go. I still cannot beat that. That's basically it. I'm not saying that you should beat it. But maybe you should try. I'm trying it. Another thing might be the way you choose how to live. That's a different topic. Let's say you are in a relationship, and you decided that you want to cheat on your boyfriend or girlfriend. Why do you cheat? Why do people cheat at the first place? Maybe some hormones? Maybe some kind of drive as a man, like you want to do something. Sometimes that hormone spikes, happens. But I don't think it's that. I think it has a lot more to do to human psychology. So in everything that happens in your life, you should not say, I'm stupid, why did I did that? No, that's the wrong question. That's the wrong thing to say. You should say, while I was doing it, I thought it was the right thing. So at the first place, why did I decide that thing was right? What paths of decisions made me lead that choice? That's the right thing to ask. And that will go on for so long. Like there is no end to it really. Like think about it. What made me choose that decision? Let's say for a cheating partner. Why did you cheat? Because my partner was not giving the attention that I wanted. Why did your partner did not give you the attention that you wanted? It's because that she's a piece of shit. Maybe it's not because that she's a piece of shit, but it's because that you do not talk to her like an adult. But it's not about that. Have you ever tried to talk about her about like that? No, I did not try about it. Blah 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 blah. And in the end, you find a result, a psychological problem that he is facing. That's it. Human psychology is actually pretty simple. You just gotta know the right questions to ask. The answers are all within you. You need to stop and think. In a room, close all the computers, lights, telephones, no music, no bullshit, no notifications. Nothing. Just alone yourself in a room. Think why I did that. I was thinking that it was right, but it wasn't right. Let's see. What is the malfunctioning thought in my head that is leading me to a wrong path, thinking that I was going in the right path? When you found that malfunctioning thing, even if you cannot change that thing, what you will do is you will start becoming aware of why are you making the malfunctioning decision. And then you will say to yourself, whoa, I'm making that malfunctioning decision because this happened in my life. And then boom, you start to ignore it. You start to being aware of it. You don't know. You don't analyze your life. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of how much you analyze your life? It's like this. They say knowledge is power. Knowledge is shit. The knowledge is everywhere. It's on the computer all the time. The knowledge is everywhere. Everyone can access it. You have fucking AI for that. Knowledge is shit. But applying the knowledge is what is worth. And applying the knowledge is hard. It's like that. Do you ever wonder that why I talk about human psychology at the first place? Like it's hacking success. Like will that make me will that help my way to success? And my answer is absolutely. Your way to success is all about your decision making, your thoughts in your head, everything. If you have a negative thought, that will kill you. If you have a positive thought and you know how to apply it, that will lead you for years and years to come, maybe. I don't know. That's why you need to know why you make some decisions at the first place. Why? Why did you decide to drink that tea? Maybe. Why did you decide to eat your breakfast? Maybe it was a fucking psychological campaign that took off at 1920s and now everyone eats breakfast like fucking cereals and bacons. Have you ever searched for that? And you don't know why you eat breakfast now because your mom and dad told you to. Maybe your mom and dad made you do it for 10 years, 12 years of your life and now you just do it. You need to think about those as well. Why do you eat breakfast in the first place? That's a basic question. Maybe some for your girls. Why do you have to wear makeup all over your face? Maybe that's a question that some women should ask themselves. It's so minuscule actually. It's so little, so petite, but it will lead down to a whole wormhole that you never ever discovered. And when you discover it, you realize that holy shit, maybe if I knew that all along, I would not make the wrong decisions at the first place for so many things in your life. But since you did not ask the right questions at the first place, you don't know how and why you make some decisions. And then that's why you cannot put a wall on it. You cannot end those thoughts. You cannot end going the wrong way. It will lead you down to it endlessly. It's like your own therapy session actually. Like, what does a therapist do? Have you ever been to one? If you ever been to one, you know that what does she do? What does he do? Your therapist will talk to you. Yeah. How do you feel? How does your body feel? Blah, 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 blah. And then you talk about how you feel, what happened in your life, maybe your past or your future or what is happening now. You're crying all over yourself. And then your therapist will say, have you ever thought of that? And then you will be like, shit, let me think. Let me find an answer to that question. What has happened? What did your therapist do? Analyzing it. First, you need to analyze your situation. Analyze it. What the fuck is happening? Why did I make that decision? It's like a chessboard. Why did you make that move? Because it will lead down to that, to that, to that. It was the best move to make. Or it was the worst move to make. And I made a decision. So why did you thought at the first place that it was that move? It's like a chess. And if you lose or win any chess tournament, in the next one, what would make you a lot more powerful is analyzing it. If you don't analyze it, you're just playing blindly. Not analyzing any chess game will just lead you down to the next one, just as blind as ever. You're just having those horse glasses, I would say, in Turkish. And when you analyze your path in life, you start to realize that there's a lot more things going on in your life that you just do not make decisions about. A lot of things. You waking up, you pissing, everything. And then when you start asking the right questions, in which is what therapists doing, is like therapists does two things. First analyze, then ask the right questions. That's it. The rest is all you. It's all you understanding the situation. It's all you picking up the right answers to that questions. It's all you analyzing your situations. That's it. You can do it yourself as well. Sit down, analyze what the fuck happened. Maybe it was a breakup with someone. Analyze it. Analyze it so you don't fuck up the next one. You failed an exam. Analyze what you did wrong. Maybe you already know it. So you don't fuck up the next one. It's basically that. Ask the right questions to analyze your situation. And sometimes there are not even the right questions to ask. There will only be the questions that will lead you down to a positive path. And you need to define those positive paths. You need to find it. It's a spiritual war actually. Success is not all about materialistic stuff. When I say that you should not be happy, you should always struggle, etc., like some kind of motivational talk. Yes, you should always struggle. I mean that you should struggle now so you can be happy in the future, maybe. It's how life goes, actually. You work now so you get your paycheck at the end of the month. It's like that. You are suffering now so you can make some money after 5 years. That's how education works as well, actually. And in the end, even though in some things that there are not the right questions to ask, if you pick those positive paths to go, you will end up happy, actually. Those sufferings, those things that you think that is bad, is actually good. Whatever comes to my life, this is my whole philosophy. Whatever comes and goes in my life, either if it's the worst thing ever or the best thing ever, I always say, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for this person. Thank you for this subject or whatever happened. I just say thank you. Because even if it is the most horrible thing I have ever faced in my life, I just say thank you because there is a lesson in it. There's a lesson that I need to take that will lead my path to the greatness in everything. These are some brave sentences that a young man should not say, but I will say it regardless. Maybe someone in your family or someone you love being sick. Yes, let's say that is one of the most horrible things that a person can face. And you might say, "Hey, Enes, you did not see any horrible shit in your life." I would say, yes, I did not see shit for a 20-year-old. But I'm struggling in my life as well. There are some differences. I'm not struggling because of other people. I'm making my own struggles. That's a whole different genre. And you might say that, yeah, there are some mothers that in which their children died. And these are the concepts that I don't want to even go deep about. But even, I'm probably going to regret this, but these are some brave sentences. Even in those situations, there is always a lesson to take, I believe. Of course, it's a horrible situation. Of course, you cannot say thank you to that. But there are always a lesson to take, I believe. So, what did we learn? Three subjects that I talk about today. First, ask the right questions to yourself in every situation, in educational purposes, in mental ways, in, business ways. Ask the right questions. Why are you making those decisions? Why are you going to the university? Why are you getting up? Why did you decide to make that business? Ask those questions. Why did you hire that person? Why did you not hire a male or a female? Secondly, let them. Let them is so good. Let people do whatever the fuck they want. Because you cannot control them. Your whole life is gonna be spent controlling people. As I said, I think about graveyards, and graveyards are full of people that did not do what they wanted because of what would other people think. Let them do whatever they want. So you can do whatever you want. Let them. And actually, the third thing is always saying thank you. It's actually a mix of that. Thank you. Whatever they are doing is probably not good for you or has a negative impact on you. And that negative impact is not good. Okay, yeah, got it. And you saying thank you to that person and actually not about not caring, but analyzing the situation and why it happened. And then taking action that making sure that it will not happen in the future is a way of living that I cannot explain. It's the best way of living. These three things will change your whole life. Take these lessons to heart. Apply it in every situation. Apply it. You will get so far with it. You cannot even imagine. So yeah, this is the end of episode 13. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it wasn't so, I don't know. Sometimes I'm struggling to pick up some words, so sorry for that. I'm still, like, after 13 episodes, I'm still struggling some bit of it in English. So yeah, I hope it wasn't so boring to listen or watch. And I will catch you guys in the next 14th episode. See ya.